Welcome to Oulton Park for the 20th race in 2017 for the historic Formula Ford cars, and this is the 10th round of the championship, the qualification race. Neil Shinner will go off from pole, alongside him Cormac Flanagan, Kevin Stanzel and Tim Bryce on row 2. Rob Smith, David Wild, Stuart Dix, Andrew Wiggins, Matthew Dunn and Harvey Sykes will make up the top 10 cars. The top 22 cars from this race will proceed through to the championship race later on today. And they will make up the grid from 13th backwards. The top 12 from the 9th round already proceeded through, so the result from that earlier race from 13th back make up this. So it'll be a rolling start, as it has been all weekend here at the Gold Cup at Oulton Park. It'll be a 15-minute race this time, slightly shortened affair. A good old sprint this will be. The lights go out and away they go. They head down towards Old Hall, and Neil Shinner moves across there to take the lead, with Cormac Flanagan in second and then Kevin Stanzel third. The fields blow their way through. There's Mike Wrigley's Lotus 59. A car behind him got a bit sideways, but they've all worked their way through safely. Through Cascade, that was Harvey Sykes going down the inside of our camera car, which is Andrew Wiggins. On Lakeside down towards Island Bend, a really quick left-hander where we've seen quite a lot of overtaking already this weekend. Then down towards the banked right-handed hairpin at Shell Oils. Sykes taking the tighter line in front there. You see out wide initially, but he got the car back into line. A bit further back, John Roberts is going to the outside of car 30. Which is the Lotus 51 of Cliff Gray. Gray staying ahead of Roberts. So now they have the run down towards the Britain chicane, the really tight left-right left sequence. Slows the cars down before the run up towards Knickerbrook. Before they get there, they climb up over Hilltop and then plummet back down towards the Hislop chicane of Knickerbrook. Curves, with his tyre stack. Cormac Flanagan we can ride on board with now down into Druids. He's catching Neil Shinner, who was much later on the brakes. There into this sequence of corners. He's got the run off the corner. He looks to the inside, but Shinner covers that. So he's got the inside line, with Flanagan looking to the outside. There's a small gap for third, which is Kevin Stanzel and Tim Bryce battling away, with Rob Smith and David Wild behind. Matt Dunn is next. Gap back to Stuart Diggs, with Andrew Wiggins going down the inside to get the better of Harvey Sykes. And they're still side by side for the lead as they turn into Old Hall, but Shinner stays ahead. What about in the battle between Wiggins and Sykes? Sykes is coming back down the inside to get the place back. And now for the lead, Flanagan's back on the inside through Cascades. The car starts to break away from him, so he had to get out of the throttle there, which could give Kevin Stanzel a chance to challenge up towards Island Bend. He's looking to the inside, but he decided the better of that, so it continues to be Neil Shinner that leads. Cormac Flanagan is second, third is Kevin Stanzel, down towards the Shell Oils hairpin. Great battle this is up front, but Shinner's managed to make a small break now. Meanwhile, John Roberts turns his way through Shell Oil, chasing Cliff Gray's Lotus. On the run up towards the British chicane, Chris Sharples on the back of the grid flows through in his Palliser, so he gains a place, and he now will be the driver that chases after the Lotus ahead. Out of Druids for the leaders again. Flanagan really quick through this part of the circuit, but he can't get himself up alongside Neil Shinner. Neil Shinner has that inside line covered, and he comes back to the racing line for Lodge Corner. And then third back, the good long line of Formula Ford 1600. Behind Andrew Wiggins now is Alistair Littlewood. He retired earlier on, so he's coming through well. And behind, Greg Thornton passes Peter Hannum up the inside. Flanagan looks to the outside of Shinner again. He can't find a way through, so the Merlin continues to lead the Alexis. A gap back to the Crosley, which is the car of Kevin Stanzel. Give Cascade to the leaders again. Flanagan all over the back of Neil Shinner. He's got a good run up towards Island Bend, but Shinner again covers the inside line. Flanagan unable to work his way around the outside. Neil Shinner came into historic Formula 4 a few seasons ago from Caterham Racing, so he knows all about hard-fought racing and slipstreaming. Here's a change for position a bit further back. That's Alan Cook in the Mallock going past the Janetta of Bill Cowan. Cook out over the curves on corner exit, but he stays ahead, does he? They run side by side down into the avenue. Out of Knickerbrook though come the leaders. Shinner continues to lead Flanagan as they climb up Clay Hill and underneath the pedestrian bridge. Now up towards Druids. This is where Flanagan's been quick recently, and again he gets right onto the gearbox of Neil Shinner, but not really an overtaking place at all. What he's looking for is the run out of the corner, but he's carried too much speed through. He took 2 wheels over the grass, so that's just giving Neil Shinner the gap he wanted, but he still felt the need to defend. Behind, Rob Smith looks to the inside of Tim Bryce before, couldn't find a way through. Harvey Sykes now is on the turn with Stuart Dix, and further back Greg Thornton's gaining another place. He's going down the inside of Stephen King there. David Wild looking to the inside of Rob Smith. In front of them is Tim Bryce, and in front of him was Kevin Stansel. That's 3rd to 6th. There's Greg Thornton then leading this battle, which has King behind. Gap back. Got Nigel Adams here under pressure because Mike Wrigley goes past him. He goes through on the inside. Rachel Arnold coming under pressure from Alan Cook now. We saw Cook gain a place last time up towards Old Hall, and he's trying to do the same to Rachel Arnold, and he does it. He goes down the inside to get ahead of the Merlin of Arnold. They make their way down towards the Avenue and Cascades. Mallet, the only front-engine Formula Ford car. Alan Cook also races in the Classic Clubman Series and is a regular podium finisher in that. Rachel Arnold chasing after him through Island Bend and up towards the Shallows hairpin. Rachel Arnold, the only female driver in the grid this weekend. The leaders are right together again. They're getting away from the battle of third, so Cormac Flanagan go completely on attack, not having to worry about looking in his mirrors. He goes to the outside of Neil Shinner again, though Shinner pushing his car exactly where Flanagan wants to go. So can't find a way through. This is a good battle. Stuart Dix, Harvey Sykes, Andrew Wiggins and Alistair Littlewood. Back to the leaders though. They're side by side in towards Old Hall. But Neil Shinner continues to lead. Stansel, Bryce, there, blowing their way through. There's Greg Thornton. He's got a big gap to catch to the next car. Stephen King behind. And Jake Stafford, who dives to the inside in towards Old Hall. That was a big bold move, which worked. He got past. Leaders are looking to be side by side up towards Island Bend, but Cormac Flanagan can't quite get himself up alongside the race leader Neil Shinner. So Shinner continues to lead, but more speed carried through the corner from Flanagan, so he looks to the outside into the Shallows hairpin. That's a long way to go around the outside, so again he can't find a way through. They're side by side in front of Andrew Wiggins. Be Stuart Dix and Harvey Sykes. I think Dix went round the outside to gain the place there, and down the inside of Wiggins goes Alistair Littlewood to gain a position. So Littlewood gains one, as did Stuart Dix. Now up towards the Britain chicane. This is a strong battle, plenty of good battling here in this qualification race. Something which could be said all season for the historic Formula Ford Championship. 20th race for the HSCC Historic Formula Ford contenders this season, despite only being the qualification race for the 10th round of the year. Out of Knickerbrook, Sykes ahead of Dix now, as they hike up Clay Hill with Littlewood and Wiggins chasing. And here comes Littlewood, a brave move up the inside in towards Druids, and he got it done. Through he goes. Shinner with a gap over Flanagan now. I think got Stansel with Bryce right on his gearbox. Smith and Wild behind. Then you've got Dunn, Sykes, Littlewood, Dix and Wiggins. Leaders into Old Hall. Battle for third. Sees Tim Bryce go down the inside of Kevin Stansel. And he goes through. So Bryce up to third. Greg Thornton arm out the cockpit. Problems once again for him. He retired earlier on in round 9 of the championship. Looks like he'll do the same this time round with his Titan. Through Cascades for Andrew Wiggins. He's right on turn with Stuart Dix, and in front, Alistair Littlewood is looking to gain a place up the inside of Harvey. So you've got two pairs of cars running side by side up towards Island Bend. Littlewood gains a place. There's a car off. That's Kevin Stanzel facing the wrong way. There's another car off. That's Tim Bryce. So it looks like Bryce and Stanzel have had a coming together at Island Bend, and they're both dropping down the field. So Alistair Littlewood, he got ahead of Harvey Sykes. Andrew Wiggins backed off and went back behind Stuart Diggs. So then 3 cars in the same order, but Alistair Littlewood did get the move done before heading into the yellow flag zone. Fast place for Bride and Stanzel to have a coming together, but they've both continued. Stanzel ended up in a pretty scary position in the middle of Island Bend. Leaders are going to be in traffic shortly, and Neil Shinner once again is under pressure from Cormac Flanagan, who appears to be the quicker driver but can't find a way through. They turn into Lodge End. Rob Smith is now a lonely third, with David Wilde in 4th. It's a battle on for 5th. Alistair Littlewood gains another place. He goes past Matt Dunn now. He got Sykes and Dix behind him. The leaders absolutely nose to tail as they turn for a Old Hall. Past the campsite up towards Cascades, but off goes Matt Dunn. He was trying to come back round the outside of Alistair Littlewood, and I think reacted a bit to Littlewood coming across the circuit. He's gone off, he's going to rejoin. Andrew Wiggins is back onto terms with Stuart Dix out of Cascades. Right in the toe here of the Cooper. It's a Titan for Wiggins, and Wiggins looking up the inside in towards Island Bend, but Dix carries the speed around the outside to stay ahead. Trying to use that tighter line. Wiggins has lost himself a number of car lengths. He's going to have to work at that to close back in. But with the shortened race, not too much time left to do so. Matthew Sturmer, Nigel Adams, Alex Meeks lead to this 5-car battle with Kevin Stanzel and Chris Sharples behind, and through goes Meek on Adams. Kevin Stanzel, we're riding on board with through Cascades. He's going to try and make up some positions himself here. Here he comes up on the inside of Nigel Adams in towards Cascades, and he goes through. It's just Matthew Sturmer and Alex Meek up ahead. This being the battle for 15th position, so they are within the number of cars that will proceed to round 10 of the championship. Championship started to head into its final stages now. Just 2 rounds at Snetterton and 2 rounds at Silverstone remain. The first time the Snetterton 200 circuit being used in the championship. That's next month though. For now, it's Kevin Stanzel going around the outside of Alex Meek in towards the Hislop chicane, and he gets the place made. Neil Shinner's got the biggest lead he's had all race now. He's still though moved to the inside of the circuit. Didn't really need to do that. Flanagan was far enough back not to challenge. David Wilde trying to close back on Rob Smith, and Alistair Littlewood is 5th. Harvey Sykes is next up, ahead of Stuart Dixon and Wiggins. Next up is Jake Stafford and his debut weekend. No, it's not. Jake Stafford behind Matt Dunn. Matt Dunn, who had that off last time out, but as I was saying, Jake Stafford in his debut weekend in the championship. Mike Wrigley, he's bashing away there with Rudolph Ernst. Here comes Kevin Stanzel trying to get past Matthew Sturmer here, but couldn't make it work. Chris Sharple still at the rear of that battle. Let's watch Rudolph Ernst trying to re-challenge Mike Wrigley into Old Hall. Stunning Lotus 59 of Wrigley. They get that 5-way battle for P15. You can ride on board with Kevin Stanzel down towards Cascades. Sturmer runs out over the curb. Tighter line made by Stanzel when he was on the throttle earlier out the corner, and he's made it through. He goes ahead of the Macon of Sturmer, so Kevin Stanzel up into 15th. For the final time down toward Lodge Corner, Cormac Flanagan's caught Neil Shinner once more, and he was challenging him there but couldn't find a way through, as he hasn't been able to do all race. And the two cars are side by side as they cross the line at the flag, but Neil Shinner does just beat Cormac Flanagan. A great battle between the two of them. Rob Smith was third, fourth for David Wild, fifth Alistair Littlewood, and sixth was Harvey Sykes, seventh for Stuart Dix, and eighth for the car of Andrew Wiggins. It was side by side for ninth though, in towards Lodge Corner. Who's going to come out on top there? They're still side by side as they cross the line, but I think Matt Dunn did just beat Jake Stafford. Then you had Stephen King, Peter Hannum, Mike Wrigley, Rudolph Ernst. Next up is Kevin Stanzel. Then it was Matthew Sturm, Alex Meek and Chris Sharp all side by side at the line. Let's confirm those results after the 8-lapper. Shinner and Flanagan separated by just 59 thousandths of a second. Rob Smith was third ahead of David Wild. Then Alistair Littlewood, who came from near the back of the grid. That was a good run from him. Harvey Sykes was sixth, Stuart Dix seventh, Andrew Wiggins was eighth. Matt Dunn did beat Jake Stafford by half attempt to complete the top 10. Then we had Stephen King ahead of Peter Hannum, Mike Wrigley, Rudolph Ernst, Kevin Stanzel, Matt Sturmer, Alex Meek, Chris Sharples, Nigel Adams, Cliff Gray, John Roberts and Alan Cook, making up the 22 cars that will proceed through to the championship race later on today.